Hey, so Dee, I have no idea what we're doing most of the time, and it seems like, oh, we're gonna call this anxiety now, but it's really just like have the faith to keep going on your life. And some of what the things you're saying are gonna be a continuation and control, and those things can be healthy too. I ate so healthy. People asked me if my nails were already being done. They're like, "Did you put a clear paint on it? Did you file it?" I'm like, I just already did this the healthy way. So it's like that's I have a long life. And then when I was living with my dad, then I put it ahead of me. And I was like, here, take what you need. But he was like, this is a loan. And then he was like, I'm napping, close the door. So he's just like, does he realize the lines were tied? When I tried to send you a message, it's like people are like, oh, it got cut off, but it wasn't cut off, it was continued. I wanted to tell you that I love someone new, but he's like family to you and me. He'll say, ah, uh, his name is David, or he goes by Elion, and he's a beautiful person. And it's just like game one, right? Like, I wouldn't say it's hard because it's easier than before. It's or easier. And I wasn't even trying to ask you to understand what was around us when things were moving so quickly out of the chaos and out of the struggle and out of the confusion and out of the complications. I wasn't asking you to own those things because the person who tried to own them went and died. And so I'm like, do I need a rating on this now? That's great. I'm just talking real stuff. I did write a letter to him at his funeral, and that was like, close the book. It's okay. Things are working miracles now because in God's hands, He was trusting us to be people who would live. And it's like maybe He was using a different word than proof. Maybe it was recognition. But we still got this where it's like the traditional word is positive, but it's like that's being used a lot on television for medication advertisements. I was telling one of the staff members here that I was hypnotized into liking the word medicine. And it's just like I stood on a square to walk up to that realization and forgo it. But I just it's just like were things intense? I think that's the word of the past. I think we're doing pretty good. Like that's the truth of it. But the truth is being meddled with. So uh it's okay for us to stand by and look at the statues, but the worker is someone who is coming from a place of a lot of disparity and poverty, which is like that has been raised so much that people said that depression was something that we were all happening with. And so that's how I got to taking the pills. Of the doctor was like, do you have postnatal depression? And I'm like, hell no. And they're like, you can't say that though. And I'm like, hell yeah. And then they were like, If it's yeah, then I'm like, wait, 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 stop. You got to just know I'm a mother who loves his baby. Whoa, okay, I'm a mother who loves her baby. And it's like you and I got switched up. Uh, but what we have is like nice things are going to places that people who wished for the right things, they get the unknown acceptance of a life worthiness. And weren't we calling that price? And then price is so personal. It's been smashed on and grabbed at, and it's like we said when we were going to have family, we would have it individually. We said that with family and tech services, yeah? Like all that with, we got to make this something worth believing in. And then they were like, this is how we believe in it. Then it's like still having our baby's toys. It's solo. I'm doing it solos. uh, yeah, I got toys here. So all this is just proof that I don't miss you. But grandparents know I miss you. So it's kind of like if we said we were spinning, they were like, stop saying you're spinning, we're just driving. And then they took a photocopy of my license and said, here, we're going to use your name with the rest of the drivers. Ugh, oh, almost all the drivers. Surely all the drivers. Uh, remember, we're positive.